Hey everybody, the day is gone, almost gone. It's the evening, and I intended to do this earlier today, but I didn't want to let the day go by before, saying a few words about today and Juneteenth and what it means to me. I was listening to the radio, and um, the radio host was asking a question about Juneteenth and what do we think should be done on Juneteenth? Should it be picnics at the park, barbecuing, and celebrations like that? Or should it be something about empowering us? And um, and so, I was thinking about that when she said it. And one of the things that I always thought should take place, it should be learning. We should take time to learn because there's so many people, not only people of other nationalities, but our own people and our own children that still ask the question, what is Juneteenth and what does that mean? And so I think that we ought to spend a little time learning about our own history and Juneteenth and what happened during that time. That's just my thoughts. But also, one of the things that I wanted to just go over today is that I remember, when I was working and at my job, uh, the National Head Start Association had made it a mandate that all of the centers and the programs in our office was administration that we had to do a diversity training, and so all of the staff was required to attend. Everybody wasn't happy about that, and they had a team of people that came um, to do the diversity training, and it was for a whole week. Some of the people said things like, you all need to get over it because that was so long ago. And I still remember that today that it was said. But it wasn't so long ago. It wasn't that long ago. And when I think about my family, I know a lot of history and genealogy that was done on my father's side and a little bit on my mother's side. I know my mother was born in my grandmother was born in 1901 on my mother's side, and on my grandfather on her side, her dad was born, I believe it was 1898, 1886, somewhere along there. But on my father's side, if my father were alive, he would be 115 years old. So my grandparents on my father's side was born in 1856 and 1858. So they were born while slavery was still going on. They were born in, into households where the people were enslaved. I hate to use the term slaves, but they were people who were enslaved. So my grandfather, Noah Chambers, and Amelia Miles were born into slavery. And slavery didn't end until 1865. Actually, I believe it says that in 1863 when the Emancipation Proclamation was instituted, and for a couple of years, at least 2 years, it was kept away from many of the states, especially Texas, Galveston, Texas, that slavery was over. And so they didn't know until 1865. So that's one of the things that we need to know about the information that took place, the things that took place during that time and in our history. It wasn't so long ago that I was only one generation away from the slavery, well, which was my grandparents. They were born into it. Anyway, we should take time, even during your genealogy, to find out about your family, who they were. I even have pictures of the man who owned my grandmother and grandfather, the white man, the enslaver, who owned them. So I'd love to find out more information also on my mother's side about the things that went on in her family and generations back. I have many of their names, and I know my family on the Timmons side is doing a lot of genealogy work and information. They have more about our family on that side than I do. But I say take time to learn about your family. Take time to learn about our history and the things that our families fought for, and people who died so that we might be able to live, so that we might have freedom. So enjoy the time because it's a holiday, but take time. Watch some of the documentaries, watch some of the movies, find out about the contributions that we made to this country so that it would be what it is. It was built on our backs and sacrifices were made. We thank God for freedom, but freedom was not free. It was paid at a high price, and most of the times it was at the price of their lives. So, happy Juneteenth, everybody, and have a wonderful day.